Salutations, Jones Nation. Welcome back to the show. And today we're reviewing Captain Marvel. And let's just start with the good.
The good.
Let's just start with the good, and then we'll talk about the rest after that. So the good.
Well, the first thing that was good in the movie was that little tribute to Stan Lee at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know how they do the comic book flick, 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 flick at the beginning of Marvel? Well, they were showing the little clips of all the cameos that Stan Lee's done.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And that was fun. I enjoyed that, and I felt it was not over the top or schmaltzy, but it was, hey, thank you, Stan Lee.
Yeah.
You know? And
next, a lot of the other characters in the movie, like Ben Mendelsohn, Samuel Jackson, Carol Danvers' friend, all they did a really
Agent Coulson.
Yep. Ben Mendelsohn was a surprisingly good villain. I mean, not surprising. I mean, he's usually a good villain, but, you know.
I thought he even surpassed himself. Sometimes he's playing himself, but as a Skrull, when he was in Skrull makeup, I thought he was even better. You know, kind of like how Johnny Depp always plays drunk Johnny Depp. Mendelsohn kind of always plays that snarky bad guy, but this time I thought he had more, and I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. And the de-aging
on Samuel Jackson. Woo! That was good stuff. They became really good at that, to the point where, I mean, after you go, holy crap, he looks young, you forget the whole time.
You just forget.
Yeah. But, you do notice Samuel Jackson's old man walk as a young man. You know, his back is a little arched forward, but his legs are straight, and he's walking, so his chest and everything's a little forward. That's the old man walk.
There's a scene where he's running, and he's supposed to be a young man, but he's sure running like a 60-plus-year-old Samuel Jackson. But that's okay.
The agent cannot save you from that.
It was good, though. I mean, the effect was fun. Lee Pace revives his role as Ronan the Accuser, and when I saw that Ronan the Accuser was in, I was like, "Oh, that's great!" I mean, I didn't like him as a character, but I mean, as in, he's a bad guy, but I'm like,
he wasn't a great bad guy, but he was good back in the
he's in the Guardians of the Galaxy, but he didn't play it the same, or the last 5 years have been hard to old Lee, because
the makeup was.
I thought they had switched actors or something, or makeup. It was weird.
I'll have the Google images pop up on screen, but when I first saw, I was like, he looks different. Like, he looks more plain.
Right.
Now.
Like
not much detail.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. But I mean, did fine. You know, for what he was there to do.
Judd Law and Annette Bening are in this movie.
They do good.
Both very good actors, and they do good jobs. For the most part, the special effects are good. The only special effects that kind of bothered me was the cat. The cat is not being a cat. The cat's good.
The cat's good.
The cat's good as part of the movie, but some of the special effects when he wasn't being a cat was like.
Yeah, I mean, you notice.
Whack. Okay,
you notice,
yeah.
But whatever. But yeah, the cat had some of the cooler moments. You know, just cute, funny moments, and it's like those were most of the jokes that actually landed for me.
Right.
Was the cat stuff, and arguably, you kind of see we've shot all around Captain Marvel here. We hit everyone else, because everyone else did great, and her friend in the movie.
Oh yeah,
her friend pilot and her daughter.
Yeah, the little girl, the actress that played the little girl of the friend, very good, and the actress who played her friend, very good. It was fun.
They both did good. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah, and so we've hovered and completely missed.
Who have we left out?
Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson, was disappointing at best.
I mean, and I like Brie Larson. I've seen her in other movies. She's really, really great. She's an Oscar winner. But somebody, I don't know if it's the director or if she thought this up herself, but walking around with your little fist to your side with a little scowl on your face for 2/3 of the movie is not good acting range. I don't know. That part was just threw me off. When she was being snarky and funny, more of those landed, or when she was talking and being
that's a very minor part of the movie.
enough.
Like at 1/3 of the movie, she's being sarcastic and snarky. The rest of the time, she's got the straight face. What everyone was scared about in the trailers is what she was doing in this movie. Very little emotion, like
but the part of this, but the part of this character, and you first brought it up, that really threw me off. And this has nothing to do with the acting, or any of her political views or anything wacky like that. They created a character that's so powerful with no weaknesses and not relatable. I mean,
it's got what we like to call it the Superman complex.
Right.
Now Marvel has a Superman problem where they have a character so strong she can come and take care of all the problems and make the rest of them obsolete. And on top of that, she is not a character that's relatable. She's not unique. She's not charming or charismatic.
Right.
There's nothing to like about her.
Right. And you're not worried if she's going to if something bad is going to happen to her, because she's almost godlike. I mean, she can fly in outer space at warp speed with no equipment. She can blow spaceships up out of the sky with her hands. I mean, she's so powerful that it's like when you're watching Suicide Squad and afterwards you go, well, why were they working that hard to get this one little thing, this one little demon thing, when Superman is in the same universe? Why didn't Superman just swoop in
and do all of it? Yeah.
Fix it? And why didn't Superman, why doesn't he come earlier in different movies? Well, the same thing. She's so powerful. And now Samuel L. Jackson, I don't know if you heard it in the interview, has hinted that she might be able to time travel. So she's no weaknesses, all powerful, and she can time travel? End of Marvel Universe, because every scene you're ever in, if some character's about to die, you'll just go, well, where's Captain Marvel? Hit the pager. She'll come from 3 galaxies over, blow them out of the water. Done.
My prediction with her, I think, and not even just the fact that she's got a Superman complex, the fact that this character is not really likable, not charismatic, not anything. Kevin Feige has now, hinted, or kind of pretty much said, that she's going to take over the Avengers in the next phase of the movies after Infinity Wars. Why? Why does she get to be the leader? If that happens and her character doesn't get better and she's got Superman complex, she could possibly legitimately kill off Marvel and the magic around it and the whole success of Marvel. She can just off it. It might be. I don't think it'll happen overnight, but it'll happen over time.
Your hero, you got to be worried about him a little bit. Even Superman has kryptonite, so you got at least something that might bring him down.
Yeah, we don't know the comics, so we don't know if there is a weakness. But as of now,
what they've shown,
she's got no weakness.
She can fly in space, time travel, blow people out of the wall. Boom.
Yeah.
And
honestly,
I mean, you got to.
It's hard to put into words. It's very disappointing. I really wanted her to do good.
Right. I want her to do good, and she's a good little actress. I don't know whether it was the director who didn't help her out here, or it was her own acting choices, or they didn't write her character right. But you need to see the movie. I mean, you need to see it once just because it's got a tie into Endgame. We all know Endgame's coming out here in a month or so.
Yeah.
And you want to see it, and you want to get the tie-in. This is an origin story. Maybe with another movie, it'll get better. I'm not sure. Other than that, I mean, the only other thing that really bothered me was the way they almost like had a checklist of things they were going to, we have to touch this thing, we have to touch this moment. Where did this word come from in this universe? Where did this idea come from?
Like one example is something that happens with Nick Fury's eye. We all know that he has the eye patch in the later movies. Everyone goes, what happened to his eye? You find out in this movie, and guess what? It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's legitimately stupid, and everyone's went, really?
How does her uniform change from that turquoise and teal thing to the one we expect? It's stupid.
Yeah.
And how does where does they get their ideas for S.H.I.E.L.D. and Avengers and all this stuff? Where does that come from? They didn't have to tell us. We could have just said, We don't need to know that, but all of a sudden, it's like finding out that Han Solo's last name comes from, well, he's solo by himself in the universe. What? Shut up.
Yep.
And that's what this movie does 4 or 5 times. Movie's going along, finally picking up some pace, and then all of a sudden they just slam on the brakes. Camera goes back to a certain moment and goes, look, everybody, look.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
And
I mean, lazy writing. Didn't need it, didn't ask for it. Ugh.
and icing on the disappointment cake that this movie is.
Icing on the disappointment cake.
Can we just thank Brie Larson for her comments about 2 weeks ago, give or take, on the awards show?
She just said, hey, half the audience, please don't come watch us. But we got to,
white
Brie.
reviewers, you don't have the right. This movie's not for you. You shouldn't even be reviewing this. This is not
What
for
does
you.
that mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean? What? And she's like, oh, we'll slowly incorporate people of color to fix it. And it's like, I thought we were is equality. I thought everyone's equal. Why does it matter if white people or black people or Asian or whoever's watching? Why does it matter who's watching?
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's supposed to be entertainment.
Yeah.
And if it's well written,
no one's gonna care.
Everybody will watch
gonna care in the right way, but no one's gonna judge it for it. Yeah.
Right. I mean, you can have.
And if they do, they'll get fired and kicked out of their position faster than they can say racism.
If you have good characters, you can have a movie set in Asia called Crazy Rich Asians. Everybody will love it.
I love that movie.
If you write the movie right. And you can have a movie called Fighting with the Family about 4 people who watch wrestling too much. I don't watch wrestling, but I really enjoyed the movie because the characters were well written and well acted. Quit trying to cover up poor writing, poor acting with, well, you don't get it because, yeah, there's something wrong with you.
We loved Wonder Woman. We have no problem with an empowered woman in
strong woman, yeah.
Strong woman in
Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Wow, that, I mean,
killed it.
I love the DC Universe, and you don't get to say this very often, got one right with Wonder Woman. I mean, the number of times they've got them wrong is mind-blowing.
Heck, we're still waiting for a Black Widow. We would love everyone's wanting to see that movie. She doesn't need to be God or Superman. We just want a good character and a good story. We don't care. But if you suck, we're going to call you out on it. It doesn't matter what race, what gender you are. If you suck, you suck. Everyone's going to know. Nothing's going to save you there, Brie.
Instead of saying, well, don't bash my movie because if you do, then you're mean and racist and
you're
male. Why don't you just
make a good movie?
Make a good movie
and be a good character.
Yeah.
Even if your script is a little whack or a little weak, do something with it.
I mean, it's superhero. Now we do expect a lot from Marvel, and they've been delivering ever since Age of Ultron. They've just been bang, 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 hitting it. But anyway,
yeah. So, and the last thing we got to point out, there is 2 end credit scenes. You got to stay for the first one. It's very crucial for Endgame.
Ties into Endgames.
Got to watch it. The second one is at the very end. That's the comedy throwaway one.
Yeah, I mean, if the big gulp is talking to you and you got to go to the bathroom, you can walk out. Just have the person you went with reenact it for you later on. It's that simple.
I mean, yeah, it's not worth staying the whole time for, but you can if you want. Yeah, whatever. But final conclusion. It's not the worst Marvel movie. It's nowhere near the best. It's a little disappointing, but it's good enough to keep you entertained. You're going to go watch it anyway. It's freaking Marvel. It comes out right before Endgame. You got to watch it. Pay your money. Do your subscription. Do whatever. You're going to watch it. Go do it.
Come back here. Put a comment in the section. Tell us what we got right. Tell us what we got wrong. Be nice or
don't.
It doesn't matter. I mean...
Just, explain why.
Just explain.
Or you
don't just say, "Oh, you're mean guys." No, we're not. We're trying to give honest opinion. We like movies. We love the entertainment. We like dialoguing with you guys. Yeah. So make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Jones Boys Review. Retweet us. Throw your comment in there.
Yeah.
What was good? What was bad?
And just remember, we said it here first. If Marvel goes downhill because of her, we said it here first. All right, just remember that. Come back and let us know if you think so. But like if you like the video, dislike if you dislike. Drop some comments. We'll discuss. We'll talk about the movie, Brie Larson, yada, yada, yada. We'll talk in the comments. Let's have a full discussion. And until the next one, Adios, nation.
Peace.